a couple levels of fighter just to get some extra feats. But I mean, even a barbarian in 5e is not your basic barbarian. They can actually do things. So I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, no, I get you. Hi, everybody. Welcome to a very impromptu stream. I am here joined with Spud. Technically a solo play because I will be the only one playing, but Spud will be with me as a co-anchor just to shoot the breeze and to also kind of help me out with some of the lighting and audio settings. Right before I turned on everything and swapped right into the actual stream, we were talking about 3.5 in our plans for a new 5e adventure. Hopefully soon, within the next couple weeks. I got some other stuff going on that I need to kind of like flesh out and see what's going on. And then we'll make an announcement on a lot of places, hopefully to get more people watching. Let's see here. Okay, so I may have to eventually figure out new encoding settings because everything gets really
I'd say maybe adjust your camera a little to move it to your right, I guess.
To my right, so boop. I need new encoder. I gotta.
There, that's better.
Okay. Shoot, I don't remember how to do the encoding.
You sound fine, so.
Yeah, it's just it gets angry when I open up the here. Let's see. Yeah, it just gets angry once I have the thing up, but
make your decisions
I may have
wisely.
To just deal for a little bit. Yeah, it's still saying encoding issue. I wonder. Of course, as soon as I tab out of it, everything smooths out. So I may actually have to shut the stream off and come back.
Yeah, I was actually just refreshing.
All right. Hello, everybody. We are back with a.
Did you do a little countdown? Because sometimes there's the delay in starting back up.
Well, it should be 5 seconds,
and
then it should. Well, in the event that it didn't, hello, everybody. We are now 25 seconds in. Hopefully everything is actually going well. We are testing lighting and positioning. And then me and Spud are here also to just kind of just talk and hang out. Oh my gosh, I don't have any issues.
What did you do different?
Up the.
Was it just the delay?
No, well, I added the delay. I put the what is it, the processing thing from normal to priority. And then one of the, not the filters, but like what is it called? It's like biconal laser, like I guess a video format. I'm not sure what, I don't remember what the settings called, but I changed that, like
You know, words.
Is it bit coding? Is that a thing? Oh, I don't know. I don't know anymore.
It has been called
And
the
I've
game
not
of
looked at
eternity
any of that.
we play.
I mean,
didn't
at some
think
point
that
I
meant
will,
you'd take
but
forever to
I
make
need
a
better net
decision,
before I even
mind.
worry about that kind of thing.
Yeah. I don't know.
Come now.
So
We-
Tell you,
always.
garbage internet, the worst.
yeah. Because I know that when at one time me and you talked, you were looking at maybe wanting to.
The lands of the Queen
do,
of Skulls are unhealthy for the living.
Was it Genshin Impact?
Oh, I had a lot of ideas. But, I mean, I can only do so much. I did try and stream Genshin Impact at one point just to show you what it would look like if I did stream.
Oh yeah,
And
that was fun.
And it was, everybody agreed it was garbage.
Few have reached the depths of the game that you have attained. They were too weak or too inflexible, too passionate or lacking in the necessary will. You are different.
I feel different.
Do what?
A quest that may lead you down many paths towards jealously guarded secrets.
Oh, I
Interesting.
don't know. Okay, where were we? So let's see here. I know we were talking about fighters or was it
Well-
Mal was all butthurt about fighters.
Well, it was Melee, how there's not much to do with Melee right now.
In 5e.
Because
Even
I'm
unsure
thinking
where
he
this
gets the
thing springs
impression that
from.
there just wasn't much to do in 3.5, which I can kind of get. But now in 5e, I'm sure he's holding on to the same feeling of
Choose from these
3.5,
options.
but in 5e they can actually do things, and I don't think he understands that.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Failure.
Yeah, because I mean, in 3.5, I'm sorry, Priest, I'm not going to give you half my food.
Evil made flesh, but with no craft or substance. Powerful magic, but unfocused.
Oh, that is just a horrible. Oops, and I wasn't paying attention.
Huh.
Damn it.
Look it up.
Yeah. There we go. Oh, but yeah, in 3.5, fighters were the really the only ones who were having issues with, like, yeah, all you did was attack, but you got like a bunch of feats.
Yeah, I mean, it was a powerful feeling character. Sure, there wasn't a lot to do with action. That's where you make it up for in like the role play and everything like that. But I mean, every time I made a fighter, I felt fucking powerful.
Well, and it was just so easy, especially if you just started at level 1 fighter. You could get a greater cleave with it, like, as soon as you could.
Oh, absolutely. Like, I would, given that a lot of people started me at like level 5 or something like that, I'd end up with like a full blade and, you know, with plate armor with giving me AC like some ridiculous, and the full blade was like
More health to
It
work
was
with. Much good
some-
may do you.
I think it was, what was it, like 2d10 or something like that? 2d8 maybe?
Deeper towards our foe.
For health, or what?
I did not create
For
this game,
damage.
you know.
What
I
did the
have
full blade
merely
do?
perfected it. You have begun to understand my innovation.
2d8
2D for what weapon?
for the full blade.
Oh, yeah.
And it had a 19 to 20 crit. But, you know, I would like get improved crit, improved damage, you know, I'd just go crazy with that. And then I'd be all in full plate to where I'd be hard as hell to hit.
Mhm.
But which I loved. So I love playing a fighter in 3.5. Can I honestly say I don't think I played one in 5e though.
They're a lot better because they get access
I'm sure
to
you're
the
grateful for that.
archetypes.
Mm-hmm. And superiority die.
Yeah.
Let the lizard men beware.
Archetypes
That are now
really-
more natural with them
gold
rather than you had to
to
spec
give you
into
a
them.
taste for it.
Ooh, hey, I can, yay, calling the rat man.
Win this and claim my token.
Wow. Hey, ooh, rat cleaver.
Rats have
New
so
weapon.
few friends amongst mankind.
Yet
the two have lived
wasn't
in close
expecting
proximity
to,
throughout the ages
be able
and
to
are more
actually
similar
get-
than either would care to admit.
This token, because you gotta pay, you basically, pay 50 gold to
Of
get
course, so few
new
trade in the
card
land of death.
and a
Right.
token,
Deals
and that's
are
like,
easy
that's
to
the
strike.
encounter. You either have 50 gold or you don't.
Right.
And I actually, last stream was working really hard to get that one, but I could not. I just could not. We're gonna buy the Fortitude's Breath to be able
What
to
will you do with that?
save on food. Ooh, compensation. Shoot. What? Why? What? No. Compensation.
Where'd the compensation come from?
I don't know. Is this my share button? I gotta look at that. Ooh, oh, I actually got the rat cleaver. Nice. What is what is compensation? Oh, really? Compensation. Whenever the player finishes a combat, they lose 1 gold per 15 health.
That can add up.
Yeah, so it's a good thing I got
Sparse
50
and
gold
relatively
and
empty.
was able to do Ratman.
Mostly we skip over these moments in our memory. Yet something has caught you here.
Metal ore. As you traverse a particular tricky trail across a mountain ridge, you notice a dark ravine beneath you. Something glitters in the dim sunlight that reaches the base of that cap. Climb down to take a look or ignore it. I'm going to try to climb down. In the gloom of the narrow canyon, you find the old remains of a wooden cart, apparently having fallen down years ago. You find nothing more except a chunk of glittering metallic ore. Might not sell for much in its current state. Perhaps you can find someone who can use it. You take it and make your way back to there. Perfect.
Kind of bizarre looking piece of metallic ore.
Yeah, I know, right?
Caves.
It looks like
and
it's almost
caverns.
an axe in
One
itself.
cannot hope to find adventure without a little delving now.
Combat.
I bet you're thrilled to see Jack again.
No, I'm not. I don't like the Jack of Plagues. He goes in berserk mode.
No, that doesn't sound fun.
Dodge. Run. Dodge.
Flee. Man, it's been so long since I played the game. Like the first one.
Yeah, I definitely like the second one better. It plays a lot smoother.
Mm-hmm.
Local peasant. I'm gonna give her 1 food. I'm not gonna pay more for...
All sorts of terrible things live
That
in
card,
caves.
local peasant sucks
Are you
because
sure?
it's... You gotta give her 10 food to get the token, to get a new card, And then
It seems you have made an enemy of the rat men. They do not normally attack unless provoked.
well, I do have an axe called like rat cleaver.
I'm sure that would help.
Poison too.
Poison is always one of those mechanics that just suck.
Yeah.
Though oddly enough, in D&D, poison doesn't really. It's like, oh well, I'm down a couple stats for a little while. It never really bothered me that much because it didn't do damage to my health. I know there are some things that will do poison damage,
A
but
permanent
not a
discount
lingering effect
for
of
those
poison.
willing to endure the local color.
It's like poison orb or something like that.
Yeah, there's
A challenge for you, and a token if you succeed.
oh, what is it? I mean, there's some. There is some that will do damage to you for poison, but like
A choice.
most
Select
stuff
your desire.
is just yeah, it's just like, oh, you're weakened for this much.
Right.
More gold for you, and with it, more problems.
Wow, you need to get 2 huge successes to be able to get that token. Great.
Taverns, caves, dungeons, and the roads.
Yeah, because I mean, I've been looking at,
Over and
you know,
over
because
again
I've been
and again.
thinking about getting a 3D printer and everything. So, and one of the things was like this giant snake. I believe it was a CR2. I think it was. So not massively dangerous or anything, which was kind of weird that you get this massive snake model, but it's only a CR2. But whatever.
What sort of
But
scoundrel
when it
would
bites,
go through a sleeping
it
man's
does
belongings?
like a poison damage, but it doesn't actually do like a poison effect. If that makes sense.
Run that by me one more time.
Well, let me see if I can find it real quick or something. I have too many tabs. This is an issue for me.
Oh, that's right. Bandits.
I mean, you should still be able to swing it.
Well, the special effect doesn't.
Oh, well, yeah.
Think of my.
So, okay, let's see. Go to the stat sheet.
Interesting. Okay, so I wasn't supposed to attack them.
Oh, okay. So I guess I
Play for a
had
token
initially read it
now.
wrong, I suppose. But it's does 11 piercing damage and target must make a DC 12 con saving throw or take 11 necrotic damage.
The Jack of
But I know I
Scarves
read somewhere that
advanced
there's something that does just straight
Would you
poison
expect
damage,
to
but doesn't
react?
give a poison effect. It's just the type of damage that's being done. And it might have been a spell I was looking at or something. Which was just kind of weird.
Yeah.
I am sorry.
mean, 11 necrotic damage for a CR2 is pretty tough.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's 2d10, but it's a DC 12 con throw, so
I mean,
not
still
too.
I mean, it's within.
I mean, if you're front line to be fit, you shouldn't have to worry too much, because you should have a constitution that should be able to probably make that throw. But it does also have a constrict too, so yeah. Melee weapon attack plus 6 to hit, reach 5 feet, 1 target, hit 13, or 2d8 plus 4, bludgeoning, target is grappled, escape DC 16. While the grapple ends, a creature is restrained and the snake can't constrict another turn. Oh, and it's also damage resistance to necrotic, so imagine that.
I think that. What's its health pool at?
It has 60 HP, and its AC is 13.
As pleases you.
And it's a CR2?
Yeah.
Again, a token is at stake.
I don't know how much I like that. That's a...
Yeah, the bite is melee weapon attack plus 6 to hit, reach 10 feet, 1 target, hit 11 or 2d6 plus 4 piercing, and the target must make a DC 12 saving throw or take 11 or 2d10 necrotic damage. If I'm not mistaken, isn't necrotic the special one where you can't actually heal it up? Unless you, like, rust it off or something.
From these options.
I believe there's something special about necrotic damage.
Hey, I got the huge success. Let's see here. Alicia in the underworld. The mystic eyes flash wide open. Your fortune is awash with death and destruction, but there is also hope. You carry fortune's favor with you. How may I aid you in your endeavors? Someone with such a powerful aura as you, I could tell of what I know. The price for such a friendship, though, would be high. Sadly, I see that you have nothing I desire. No powerful magic. Oh, fuck you. I was hoping.
It's better than trudging along a muddy road. Certainly. I hear nothing but the sounds of mourning. She is close.
Hunting the huntsman. Turns out that it's not too hard to track down a mad huntsman who's on a crusade across the countryside in search of a mythical beast. He has been spotted interrogating tavern goers, accosting travelers in the woods, and closely scrutinizing various animal droppings. You hear that he's recently left the small town of Thatchcross and was seen headed into the forest nearby. You follow a set of tracks that lead into a leafy glade. Colorful autumn debris blankets the ground. You stop dead when you hear a suspicious loud snapping sound beneath your feet. Oh no, I got caught in the trap. I think this one. No.
Such lamentable misfortune. Perhaps this achievement will help soothe the sting.
I fell in.
This is what I was looking for. You show some aptitude for the game.
Well,
perhaps this will not be as boring as I thought.
Gross.
So what necrotic damage does, it actually reduces your max HP by the amount done.
You cannot come to this table with debts
Can
outstanding.
heal damage by necrotic damage by way of potion or other healing spells. So one
Our
loses
hero
spell,
needs
that's
sustenance
double necrotic
badly.
damage can be healed.
I am not surprised they have difficulty
Oh.
selling their wares here.
At least I guessed some people it did, because when reading this article, it says it's just another damage type.
Yeah, they... Some people may use the, may use it as, like that way where, like, it sticks with you for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that might be an AD&D holdover.
Or just kind of like a variant rule or something.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I only had one goal. Spy. I'm gonna need to, at some point,
Face death and learn your fate.
maybe at some point fix the calibration on my controller, because that's also having issues. But I need a secondary program to adjust the delay on it.
I can't remember the last time I calibrated a controller. What's the problem? That sounds like a pretty reasonable problem.
And skeletons with muskets.
Also problems, yes.
But I was able to succeed because I am also human and thus have nice fleshy armor to help prevent me from having
When
my
it is
bones
done,
ripped apart by a musket
When even
shot.
a creature as haunting
The
as the
superiority.
Queen of Skulls perishes,
The
you know
superiority,
the game
and on
is
top
almost done.
of
The kings are gathering now.
the weapon.
Do you see now
and
what I have
armor.
built? How elegantly all the pieces fit.
Yes, all these things.
Yes. I'm not even paying attention on what cards I got because I'm just
One more round. You have earned
terrible at it.
it. Let us approach the mother of plagues.
So yeah, I know we've been talking about D&D. We're looking at doing the Ebron setting, which I absolutely love. Was it 3? So each edition generally has a major like a major campaign setting that the edition is like set in.
Right.
If I remember correctly, like both first edition and AD&D both are set in the Mysteria camp setting, which is what the arcade games and thus later on the ports were based off of.
Queen of the Vermin.
3
Under
and
the ground, the
3.5
filthy
was
rat-kind court
based
her favor.
off of
Murder each other with leprous teeth for the honor of siring her children.
or maybe no. If it's not Mysteria or Mystaria, the first edition is either Mystaria and Dragon or Dragonlands, and AD&D would be either Mystaria or Dragonlands. It's like one of them are flip-flopped.
Right.
And then 3.5 is Greyhawk. The world that 3.5 and 3.5 generally take place in is Greyhawk, because that's the PHB. You go into like the religion and God section of the PHB, which really only mattered for like RPing and clerics.
Yeah.
The deities that are listed in there are from the Greyhawk setting. So 3.5 is specifically through Greyhawk. Although a lot of people played Faerun, especially when that setting came out, and then that's been the settings ever since.
People do love that.
To be 100% honest, I also hate Faerun. I
Really?
do not like the setting.
Banish your curses.
I don't
with
honestly
caution
know
while
too much about the
facing
general setting. Because that's generally never winter, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I just don't care for the setting. It's
I mean, I don't know too much about the.
You know you risk the
Like
true
the
and final
the
death
only
of
introduction I
this
have to the
table,
world is
as I
really
risked my life
Neverwinter
in
Nights
ages
and
past. As you plunder the sea.
well, I mean, it's basically that and
You'll gain new
I believe
powers.
Baldur's Gate.
Some you'll wish you'd left untouched.
let's see. I like Baldur's Gate. I do like that. However, like, cause like it's just. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I guess it just seems like it's too fantasy.
These trails wind.
Which
Too
I guess is-
fantasy?
Wind with them. My voice and these words draw us
Because like,
closer
well, it's like
to the
D&D. It's just like
inevitable conclusion.
like you play, like you use the rule set to like develop a world, and everybody uses the high fantasy style campaign settings. And all the homebrew stuff is like all this super magical. Everybody, there's magic in the air. That's also why I really like Eberron, is that, yeah, even though there's a lot of magic still left, it's like industrialized magic.
Right.
Which just makes it like really cool, because then you get to run with things like airships, lightning rails. Also get like magical sciences. So you end up get the ass kicked. You end up getting like the Warforge.
I have always wanted to play a swashbuckler too, and they've become even more interesting in 5e.
Yeah, isn't Swashbuckler a archetype for Rogue though?
I believe it is, yes, and with the proper background too. I was going to play one in one game, but then the DM was like, no, it's too powerful. It's like, what?
But this cleaver was clearly forged after the first invasion. Let us stake a token on their foolishness.
Okay. So we needed a lock of elven maiden hair for Mr. Lionel. So the maiden considers for a moment for slicing a few strands from her hair as you wish, but be cautious, mortal. You have the taint of a goblin about you, and they may never be trusted. Remember, mortal, that bold heroes make for great ballads. Survivor. Okay, so that's just general
I
shit
just say,
that we've already
I'm
heard.
kind of immature because you have the taint of a goblin about you.
Yeah.
I will happily wager on the outcome. I do not think you have what it takes. A choice. Select your desire.
Oh, hey, I succeeded. Yay.
Hey.
Catch the edge of the pit with a firm grasp and manage to haul yourself up onto solid ground. Well, it's 1 succeed, 2 failures, 1 great failure, and I don't want that. In front of you stands a grizzled veteran hunter, adorned with many trophies from his kills. He moves with calm assurance, but his gaze pierces you like daggers. I am impressed that you escaped my trap. In fairness, it was not designed for one such as you, but someone more substantial. Having spent many years in the role of hunter, it is unusual to find myself as prey. Let us share a drink at the tavern. Blah, 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 blah. Now the card token is ours. And we're going to climb down the ladder.
Soon the game will end. I will take your piece from the board. It will be done. Unlike other opponents, I will remember you fondly.
Oh. We're going to turn back. We're going to get the metal ore and then go to the Holy Forge, because I think that's where we want to end up going to actually... I think we need to get the metal
I do
ore.
wonder how much time you spend
card
simply
token
chasing down
from
blind
the Holy
alleys.
Forge. Come on.
This token will unlock more cards if you can defeat this encounter.
Yep. On a dusty, lonely plain, you come across the shattered remains of an old monastery. Searching ability, you meet an old man dressed in dirty robes. Long ago, we have the Brotherhood forged holy weapons. Speaking of holy weapons and forging, Forge Cleric is fucking broken in 5e. To support the war against the infidels, but the infidels were strong, and one day one of their raiding parties took us by surprise. Forge Clerics, especially if they get a hold of plate armor right away, don't let that happen. They destroyed most of our tools and took our supplies, including all the rare metal ore that we used to craft our weapons. The king's army never returned after that day. I know not what became of them in the years that followed. I've stayed here all these years, but only the ghosts remain to keep me company. All of the others who survived the attack left long ago. I'm gonna give them the monk our sample of ore. The monk's eyes widen in surprise, and he exclaims, "By the old gods, where did you find that?" And he looks the metal over. "If you're willing to put in the hard work, stranger, together we could fire up the old forge one last time." You spend several days with the old monk. By day, you toil together at the forge, and by night, you sweep tales of your adventure for a share of his food. Sweet. I would love to not waste food. Eventually, you hold the completed weapon in your hand. Battle hammer. Ooh, battle hammer. It's holy, so it deals extra damage to undead and has 10 more damage to our base weapon. Thank you, warrior, for giving the old relic one last chance for its worth. Good luck on your journey. Our token's now ours. And we are not dealing with the cursed gambler.
So I don't know if it's just me or anything, but on watching the stream, I'm noticing there's just like some at points where it just kind of like jitters, like everything can just kind of like jitters, kind of freeze jitter kind of thing, and then it gets back to normal.
I might need to increase the delay a little bit more.
But it might also be me. I don't know. I don't know if you're seeing it on your end or not.
Honestly, I haven't really been paying too much attention because I've been playing the game, but I will
Were you hoping this
try
was the
to
end?
like split my eyes like that way.
Another floor awaits.
Hey, you can do it, right?
Dead King's Halls. Try to sneak away. Sometimes you just don't want to fight in this.
Yeah, I get that.
Just because it's just like
Just don't want to do it.
I prefer not to play at chance. I only contend with the most serious of games.
Oh, fucker took half my food. No, you know what? Fuck it. We're just gonna go.
A horse is a fine companion.
I'm just
I'm
gonna
sure
go.
you'll leave this
Just
one
gonna
in
go.
time. You do not seem to have the temperament for friends, even in the animal kingdom. I can hear her summoning her children. This fight will be bloody.
I don't know what I gave him, but I'm assuming I gave him my battle axe.
I'm sure you are grateful for that.
But I just got out. Up, time to go.
Another token brings you
Well.
closer to your goals.
What was that? Was there a spider every so often? Oh,
Don't you find it interesting to consider that you're sitting at my table to play our game, recalling sitting at a table playing another game? Circles and cycles without end. I would feed you if I could. I cannot break the rules in your favor any more than in my own.
No, I'm gonna leave the weapon. I don't you know, what do I have for a weapon? Oh great, he took my battle axe. Alright,
Oh, of
whatever.
course.
Alright, well, let's approach the shop for the priest and see if we can't buy food, because
A chance
I have
to
100
buy more
gold
food.
and 0 food.
You must be relieved.
Perfect.
Now, starvation begins.
No, starvation ends. And nope, we don't have enough money left over to buy a blessing.
Well,
Yeah. Oop, well, we might
It
get a
must be
blessing
nice
here.
to be unpredictable. I am
Pray
as
to the old
bound by
gods.
the rules I've written as you are.
And let's hope that we don't get punished for our hubris. We are
oh,
not
you
being-
will.
Right? Hey,
The
retribution.
gods
What does
look
that
upon
do?
you favorably.
What's the do?
There's a token in it for you
Okay,
if
sleep
you
at
win.
the inn. We need to not. We're gonna lower our weapon. Oh man, why? Oh,
Nasty.
5 gold and 1 food. Okay, whatever. So letting him go, we get new text. Shaking your head, you literally turn back to your bed and find yourself once again in the presence of the ghost from the forest. Its eyes, so familiar, so real, compared to its shifting bio, smile into yours. Something stirs in your mind, a past memory. You are still yourself. I need to fear no longer. Its pale hands reach for you, and you suddenly recall a laugh to go with those smiling eyes. I've lingered too long in this place. It drains so. Do not forget me. You blink, and the ghost is gone. Those eyes gone. The card token's now ours. But yeah, so I just don't want to play a high fantasy game.
Bandits,
I want to
Make an
play a
enemy
little
of
bit
one,
more.
and you've made an enemy of all. One
I
can't
kind of want
help
to play
but
something more, a
admire
little
their
more industrial, and that's what
single-mindedness.
Eberron kind of gets us.
Right. Well, everyone kind of gets you a bit of everything, really. Hey, Halflings riding dinosaurs.
Yeah, because like I said, Eberron gives some of that, like, it does give you magic. It gives you the kind of the technology. It kind of gives you a little bit better, I would say. What's the word I'm looking for? It kind of gives you better. options. I'm gonna go with that one. It gives you kind of slightly better options in terms of adventures. Due to all the really all the factions that are in Eberron. Unlike what is it? Let's say, unlike Faerun, where it's literally just like the Emerald Claw, or whatever the druid one is, whatever the aristocrat one is, or the gauntlet. I died.
Oh, you shouldn't have didn't undo that.
Let's see, what is it? Got the heart, and Faerun, you have the Harpers, the
And
Order
so
of
the
the
game
Gauntlet.
takes another life. Do not worry, though.
In Faerun?
You may try
Yeah,
again.
Faerun. What are the
Your
organizations?
weapon has powers, yet you haven't used them. And
Oh,
now you're dead.
Oh my god, it's been so long.
It's Order of the Gauntlet, the
Let's
Harpers,
see. Faerun orders. Organizations.
the one that starts with the Z.
The one that starts with a Z, that one, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Zigbar. Xantari.
General.
There we go.
There's, so the general organizations, Athar, Brotherhood of the Burning Heart, Daggerspell Guardians, Darkwater Guardians, Doomguard, the Earthborn, Fated, Fist of Hextor, Order of the Chalice, Ravagers, Master of the Four Winds, the Mind's Eye,
Things
Society
here
Sensation,
are
Stargazer, the Transcendent Order, and Zalcitex. That's general, but then there's the Faerunian. Let's see. Cult of the Dragon.
No.
The Emerald Enclave.
There we go. That's what it is. Emerald Enclave.
There's Fang Shields. Fellowship of the Purple Staff. What the fuck?
Jesus.
Fire Knives. Guardian of the Weave. Hand of Vengeance. The Harpers. Knight of the Flying Hunt. Knight of Empress 2. Knights of the North. The Lord's Alliance. I remember Lord's Alliance. I had a character that was that. The Molograms. Order of the Grand Snake Master. People of the Black Blood. Red Wizards of Thay, the Seven Sisters, Shades, the Soft Claws, Trade Consortiums of the Heartlands, the Xanathars Guild, and then the Gentarium. Mind you, there's also like more in-depth ones too. Like there's the mercenary
Queen of
companies, the
Plague,
psionic
Terror,
organizations, the
and
Underdark
Crime.
organizations, etc.
You will not be the one to bury her.
Yeah, I mean, there's like, yeah, there's a ton of organizations, but there's like 4 or 5 that like 5e want you specifically kind of working with as
What
like
brings
a,
you to play the game?
ha,
I know you will not tell me.
like a
Like all the
patron.
rest,
Mhm.
you are silent.
It's
Well, I know the
Emerald-
Lord's Alliance was one. The Harpers were one.
Lord's Alliance, the Order of the Gauntlet, Emerald Enclave, Harpers, and I believe and then the Xantari. Those are really the 5 that they want you to work with, whereas Eberron has 13 like dragon mark houses, so they're like they're like the aristocrats. They don't really deal with government, but they just hold a lot of economic power.
So last time I played in Eberron, we were each actually given, granted this is in 3.5 of course, we were actually given a dragon mark right in the beginning. You know, it's like you can have this one, you know. And I do see it as a feat, so I was wondering, Do you have any plans for dragon marks? Are they going to carry much weight if a character has one? It's not going to bother me much. I mean, like, mine's going to be covered up anyways if I did have one.
Oh, well, due to just your like what you've told me for your backstory,
I probably wouldn't have one, honestly.
Yeah, your dragon. Yeah, you would not be. I don't think you'd have a dragon mark because I don't think
they'd give it to an urchin.
No, dragon marks are formed through lineage.
Well, yeah, you can also. I'm like, you can even just take a feat just to get it. Honestly, that's like one of the things that they have. But they say that anybody. Like, I actually did some reading up on it, and anybody can have one, but that doesn't mean that they're necessarily connected deeply with the house or not. They might just have the mark of the house.
Yeah, but they're still, they're in at the very, from what I read in the 5e, is that they are connected through the house through blood. But they themselves may not go with the house. Like, they may like do their own thing, but they still, they still have the dragon mark. And it is a variant race. So humans. So like specific races can only be certain house marks, and then what is it, human and half elf, it's a variant, racial variant. Elf and halfling, I believe, is a variant, and then like dwarf and two others replaces the sub race. So you'd still go dwarf, but then you sub race into the house marks. And
okay, I see there. I actually went to the everyonfandom.com to take a look.
Yeah, I don't think I would allow yeah, I don't think I would have anybody be a housemark variant character, just because like I see them more as like patrons to like send you on quests, or like you get quests from them.
Right.
Am I on a time limit? I'm doing like some like weird dungeon run.
You don't know.
Yeah. No, I don't think those break over.
Oh, and for what it's worth, the true scene, my character, should still show up as a cat. Because like everything was just kind of rewritten that. Then with true scene, you can see like a changeling's true form or something like that.
Oh, right, okay. Perfect. Yeah, we'll just keep going in. This is really, really easy. They also don't give you enough gold.
Damn them.
Jeez. Oh, yeah, there was, what was the, so yeah, we'll be doing a, oh, what is it called? Like the simple adventure in the last war campaign setting or for 5e as just like a introductory thing to get people like familiar with the whole process of like what Emron is.
Right.
Just because it's vastly different. It's more grittier. It's got that noir, high action. Literally, one of the things is that they say if you can up the stakes, up the stakes. So like, on a like the example they give is like, oh, if you're on a like, oh, your party's fighting on an airship. Well, it's just not. They're not just fighting on an airship. They're fighting on an airship that's crash landing, like a Hindenburg type thing, but like, you know, more magic and spells and junk.
Shit.
Yeah, so it's just like, if you can make it more extravagant, make it more extravagant.
Right.
But I feel like you do that for you should be doing that for everything.
Really should. Make it more enticing and everything.
Oh yeah.
Like, I did this one hedge maze, and
as I have waited for an
you know, my group was running through this hedge, this hedge maze to try and get this gem that was down there. So the enemy within the hedge maze, can you guess what it was?
Innocent moment, never to be repeated.
A shambling mound.
Here, where all of your history repeats.
It was a displacer beast.
Until time immemorial has passed.
Because they could use the tentacles and attack through the bush.
Oh, that's so rude. That is so rude.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I had two displacer beasts in there, and the way they ended up killing them, more or less, was I did like the cinematic sequence. Like, all right, I need you to roll me this. All right, I need you to roll me this. I need you to roll me this. And they were just all wrapped up in it, and they loved it because, like, basically, the barbarian had picked up the rogue, threw the rogue at one of the displacer beasts, and the displacer beast actually threw the rogue back.
Nice.
And so the barbarian actually caught the rogue by the arm and spun around and threw the rogue right back. And so the rogue takes out the daggers, and mind you, he's spinning in the air like there's no tomorrow. But he has his daggers out, and as he's flying over the displacer beast, he basically slices it up since he's spinning so fast. And the barbarian had made a bad roll after the catch to bounce himself, so he didn't end up flying through the bush and another way. So I mean, that was just how that last fight ended. It was fun, and everybody was just like, it was interesting to watch everybody like be really perked up and like ready to listen to all that, because it just feels like a roll after roll after roll after roll after roll, and then this is what happened.
Yeah, that reminds me of what is it? We were playing a there's so many shenanigans that I don't know what to choose from. Now I lost my train of thought.
Well, shenanigans are something that I do like to do, but one thing that drives me nuts, and I was experiencing this the other day when I was talking to someone about it, was like, oh, I want to create this character, you know, to benefit the party. It's like, I don't care about benefiting the party. I'm playing the character as a character. It's not about benefiting the party. It's what the character would do, or what the character would have.
Bandits never made good
you know?
servants. Greed always came
I'm not going to be
before
meta
common
about it.
sense.
I'm just going to be like, this is the character. Like, when it came to this character that I made for this, it's I didn't take all the best spells that I could have that would have been useful. I took all the spells that would fit the character.
Yeah.
Work your way
Well,
through the woods and see what lies beyond.
I did do the I did say that you could
Did you expect me to tell your fortune?
speak common
No.
still. Like you could
A
speak your
fortune
languages,
teller
'cause when
is at
you
their most
were
base
originally
and
pitching this
despicable
character
when
to
they
me,
begin to
you-
believe their own lies.
That from Hocus Pocus. That's basically
Of course,
Yeah.
different.
Thackeray Binks.
My powers
Yeah.
are genuine.
That's basically what I was shooting for. Just,
Yeah.
can cast spells.
Win this and claim my token.
Do I even have anything she would want? This one here. I might not even have anything she wants, and I'm wasting gold.
You wasting shit.
Alright, one last time.
Choose from these options.
Into the breach.
Whatever.
Fuck it. Whatever.
It's better than trudging along a muddy road.
You gotta
Certainly.
beat a 3... What is it? You gotta pay 3 gold.
The time of the old gods has
Beat
come
a
again. A
25%
brief period
chance,
of light
and then
in the
have
darkness,
a item
of
that she's
civility
willing
and
to
civilization.
take.
But its decline was
Jesus.
inevitable. Here we are once more, with the gods of blood and thunder.
Sounds a bit more complex than it should be.
Yeah. What is the... Now I'm trying to think of shenanigans. I've been playing D&D for... Jeez, I've been playing D&D since at least 2008. I can't even think of one example of shenanigans.
Well, I remember you with always transforming into the freaking spider with the 2 dogs.
That wasn't
One
me.
time. Oh no, you were playing the druid, and you had the 2 dogs.
Did I? Oh, jeez.
Brian was DMing.
Yeah, that's also why I thought it was Brian that. I thought that was
One more
him.
Step down, and we may
Oh,
see
I
the
don't
end of
even
this,
remember.
or another set.
No, that
of
one was you.
stairs.
He was the DM for that one.
Oh, okay.
A challenge for you, and a token
just-
if you succeed.
Yeah, I just don't remember. Let's do this one. Okay, failure. Whatever. Let's see here. Yeah, I can't think of anything. Like
Just
I know,
like drawing a blank.
I'm legit drawing a blank.
Well, what about
Like-
from your last group? What did you do that they got up to?
Geez, well, let's see here. We were playing. Oh, let's see here. We're playing Horde of the Dragon Queen. Basically
Right.
trying to just play through that Legacy of Dragons. So
Mhm.
both books. And let's see here. They doing the chapter 4, which is like just this. Oh, I hate it. It's just a stupid long, like, travel sequence. It's just a whole chapter worth of like travel encounters. Like, yeah, they say that you don't need to do all of them, but if you're gonna dedicate enough stuff to do a whole chapter on, because like if you're playing Milestones,
The entire chapter is travel encounters?
yes.
That's so ridiculous.
Because so the whole premise is that the first the first chapter you help out you help out a
Old reliable
town.
rears his ugly
They
head
have
again.
you in the second chapter go save a person from
Really? Is that what you're going to do?
a cult encampment that had just raided the town. Then you, in chapter 3, after saving this person
Finally,
and scouting
an
the camp,
opportunity to
you go
eat.
back to the camp after they left and go through a cave dungeon to figure out where they're going and what they're doing. Because at that point you are being tasked by like one of the major orders. And what is it?
I'm sure you're grateful for
And
that.
then chapter 4, or end of chapter 3, you go to like one of the major cities, and then into chapter 4, you go from that major city to Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate on foot / caravan up to Neverwinter, which is 60 days.
Oh, God.
So 60 days worth of encounters, and at least 5 of them are required.
5 of them are required?
5 of them are required. It is half. Great. Yeah, 5 of them are
Even now,
required.
her brood gathers.
How many have you done?
Oh, we got done through that chapter, but
Okay. That sounds
the-
taxing more than anything.
yeah, it took a while. I should have just like did at least, I should have done half the encounters, even a fourth.
Yeah.
What tales do you tell these feeble sots? The same ones I read from your past?
Let's see. What
A
did
choice.
they do?
Select your desire.
One of the encounters was like a roadside inn.
It is yours. You can take it.
Roadside inn where like some mercenaries are impersonating like a judge and like his entourage, and so like they basically buy out the whole tavern and like prevent anyone from using the tavern, because they paid for it all. They paid for the space.
Right.
Come on, you fuck.
Come on, you fuck.
So yeah, they paid for the space. So
We
like
play for a token now.
they're supposed, like, the encounter is basically they just like they either fight them, and then they find out they're level 5 mercenaries and there's 4 of them, and they're level 4. Or, just say screw it and go sleep in the caravan in a cold, wet night. But there was a lot of like back talking. So
combat
there
even
was
I have
about
waited to
like a
see.
2-hour
Majestic.
RP of like 2 of my players and against the judge and his entourage about like
Again, a token is at stake.
they're kind of being racist because like the 2 players was a dwarf and a satyr. So it was fun. They really enjoyed the encounter, especially since their like payback was to go to their like the horses stalls and set loose their horses. What else? In that same encounter. Jeez. Oh, my controller. Controller. I got 3 health left.
Well,
And I died. There you go. I'm gonna have to, figure out what's going on with my controller, because it is just not...
Die here, and your corpse will feed the rats.
Does
My
not...
peace takes yours.
just kind of
The
disconnected.
battle is
Yeah, it's kind of
ended.
disconnected there.
Try again. You have earned your prize today.
But so yeah, they what is it? They let loose the horses. And then that morning go back in, and because the judges or like the mercenaries posing as the judge and his entourage, in the book it says that they are enjoying the space for the rest of the night if the party decides to like stay in the caravan. What is it? The caravan or the mercenaries then, they say they enjoy the rest of their night, so I figured probably heavier drinking. So
Right.
when they go in to like get breakfast at the inn, I told them that the judge in their minds and his entourage were still upstairs. So the satyr, who is a bard and happened to have at this point in time accumulated a very good amount of money, decided to buy everybody breakfast, buy out the whole stock of, or majority of the stock of meat from the inn, and then proceeded to have like a morning party just to like piss off the judges.
Right.
So I'm like, fuck it, they're hungover. So one of the entourage comes down and all they see is him handing the morning innkeeper a small bag, sack of gold, and basically just like at that, anybody who saw it could just infer that they are essentially buying their room for another day, sleep off the hangover and the whatnot. So they took that as like an RP win.
Right.
There hasn't really been a lot of like combat shenanigans.
Well, I can think of one time. I think Brian was running the intro scenario of Horde of the Dragon Queen that they were doing in their Adventure League, and I think it was that because we were defending this one, I think Griffin Tower or something like that. So we were all good on Griffins.
And that's Princes of the Apocalypse.
Ah.
Yeah.
And I remember I was playing this wild mage that had this one quirk where there was no ruling necessary. Every time I cast a first level or higher spell, the wild surge would happen. So, we were flying on the Griffins and a wild surge happened where I blinked out of existence,
even more difficult from
short bit, came back. It's like, well, I'm not on the Griffin anymore, so I started plummeting.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I need to cast spells and fast, see if anything can save me.
Yeah, that was did you turn intangible, right?
No, you phase out of existence for a turn.
I
think was the one.
Yeah.
Or blink out of existence, I think.
There you go. Yeah, something like that. Trying to think. The last time that I was a player that there was shenanigans was I was playing a sword and board tank paladin. So like I would still cast smite, but I would be casting like the fearful smite, where if you hit, they take a wisdom save. If they fail, they are afraid of you.
Right.
And then a specific feat that you can taunt the person and they have to attack you, otherwise they get disadvantage. So being afraid of you, if they attack you, it's disadvantage, but if they attack anybody else, disadvantage. As it's two different sources. One's a status condition and one is a feat.
Right.
Like it's like whatever the taunt feat is. So I would have that, and then I had Sentinel. This is is the feat Sentinel? Where basically if anybody moved in my area of a threat, regardless if they move out, I would get a thank you, Jekyll and Hyde 1 for the follow. What is it? Basically, if they move anywhere in within 5 feet, I get an attack of opportunity. We had another player playing a Spear Master, so he took Polearm Mastery, and anybody who moved within his range also got attack of opportunity. So we would just kind of like be next to each other,
right,
and just like hit, and just kind of hit people, because he had a spear that had a 10-foot reach. And with Polearm Master, if they move and they're within reach, attack of opportunity. So we would be able to hit like 4 different times. Be like within 4 times of a turn rotation. Our main attack, and then our attack for opportunities. Because we also had a druid that would use the Thorn Whip cantrip, which when hit you can like pull them towards you for like 5 feet, so thus moving. And it just got real stupid because at a higher level they ended up taking also Earth Spike.
I think
Jesus,
I remember that one, yeah.
where it creates hazardous terrain that if moved through, you take blah 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 amount of damage if you move through it.
Right.
Not if you're willingly moved through it, just if you move through it. And then we also had a bard who had clouded daggers. So it was bad. We ended up having like a big old chopping block, clouded daggers. The druid took magic initiate. No, not magic initiate. They ended up taking, or maybe it is a magic initiate. They ended up taking a different feat that ended up letting them take up to level 3 spells.
Mm-hmm.
And so they took clouded daggers as well. So
right.
because you can have you can, I'll have to look back on the ruling again, but I think you can have 2 simultaneously casted clouded daggers occupying the same space.
Oh Jesus.
Because they're floating.
Right.
They occupy a 5 foot by 5 foot, 5 foot by 5 foot by 5 foot square.
Huh.
I'm trying to think of some other I know in another a friend of mine was playing being the DM, and we played this like just kind of off the wall like campaign where it's like a walled off city. There was really no group established. We're all doing our own things, and the way he was going to have the group established was that there's just wave, like a literal wave, think like World War Z, the movie, wave of zombies like piling up the walls and into the city, just spilling over. But
right.
before that, we just kind of had like a whatever type, like go and do the this thing, do whatever you want per your backstory. And I was playing a mind flare, although because it was I think I was playing a mind flare scion, and even though we started off at level 8, I was like a level 3 scion due to monster levels.
Yeah.
Because we were playing 3-5 at the time. The monster levels, level 3 scion, either level 3 scion or level 3 wizard. I don't remember. The like my backstory task in the beginning was I had to send a message to the overworld overworld politicians, governments, kings, religious leaders that know that they're not safe from the Underdark. So my task was to kill like the king in the like the king of this town, because they were having a huge like event. So like jousting was like a huge thing, and weirdly enough,
she waits for you, patient.
One of my
ultimately destructive.
One of the other players kind of got roped into being a bodyguard of sorts.
Right.
the king, because he was a Goliath. Was it a half giant Goliath with the feral, or no, not giant. It's a he had the feral character keyword, half demon Goliath.
Jesus.
After all his monster levels and whatnot, he was like a level 2 or like a level 1 barbarian.
At their heart,
So
all
because
games
he's
are
Goliath,
about power.
you know, he's treated as
nothing
medium,
the acquiring
but
of
he can
power,
be large if it
the
benefits him.
retaining
So then
of
he
power,
also,
and most importantly, the use
I don't know
of
why
power.
he let him do this, but he ended up, the DM ended up agreeing that you could get enlarged person permanency on yourself.
Sure.
So he was a so he had all that, and he was one size larger, so he went from medium to large, and then he's treated as huge. Yes, huge, if it benefits him. And then he no, he also had a prestige class. That's why he only had like 2 levels in barbarian. It was like just enough to like meet the requirements for this prestige class, and it allowed him to wield a weapon size larger than himself with no penalties. Then he took the 3-5 homebrew feat combat monkey grip, which lets him wield a size larger than that. Then he let's see, what is that? And then he got custom made locking gauntlets, which also made him able to wield a size bigger than that. So through all the shenanigans, I think we calculated out that he would be able to wield like a gargantuan plus gargantuan plus no, not gargantuan. Gargantuan plus sized weapon with no disadvantages to his attack bonus.
Jesus.
But he ended up going with a colossal plus sized weapon with only a -3 or 5.
Take your
to his
time if
attack
you
roll.
like. I've waited long enough.
Good God.
So yeah, he had a 35-foot attack range.
I mean, excessive feels appropriate there. You know, as a term to describe that.
I appreciate your ingenuity. I look forward to seeing how you approach this particular challenge.
Sure, there wasn't much that he couldn't
Another
do
curse
on his
the
own.
table. Let us see how you deal with it.
Yeah, it was just whatever. But yeah, so anyway, he ends up getting, because he's also not the smartest, he's also feral. He ends up just like agreeing to be the king's bodyguard. And so obviously
I made that a little too powerful. I will have to rebalance that next time.
obviously you can't like attack players outright, or at least, you know, just in my mind, I never thought that was a possibility, especially
Right.
since you'd be working with them later on. The what is it? So because there was him, the king, but also another
Do you understand
like
what it is
high-ranking
we do
noble
now? Or did I rush you through the rules, pushing
or
you
king,
into the play before you were prepared?
That was actually the king that I had to kill, or at least, you know, assassinate. I made it so that through Mind Flare has like I don't know if it's command, suggestion. They have like a suggestion ability that they're able to take once per, or do like a couple times
Little
per
pleases me more
day.
than watching your attempt to wriggle away from bad luck.
I made
The deeper you go, the harder things become.
I made the king hostile to the hostile to the other king, and thus making like forcing my friend who was protecting this other king to swat him with his big ass weapon all the way across the jousting arena, and his broken bloody body hits the wall. I complete my initial blah blah blah, and and that's kind of when the horde started to attack, basically right after that, and then we didn't really go any further than that, unfortunately.
You'll gain new cards. Some you'll wish you'd left untouched.
Like sometimes they just die. Some fun campaigns just can't.
Yeah.
Very nice indeed.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know what ended up happening, or I don't remember what ended up happening.
Right.
That's what I should say.
Think about the way we play this game. You continue to die, yet we reset the board each time. One has to wonder how it is possible to truly lose.
And oh, I have a ring. That's why we're having issues. I got a curse that if I have a ring on, I lose 5 health. Wait, no I don't. I don't got a ring. Weird. Now let's see what we got for... There's our rings. Take it, whatever. Alright, dude. I want to beat you, but I keep getting cursed. Hey, I succeeded, finally.
Are you a cynic or a romantic?
We already got the cards for everything.
We're getting everything nailed down.
Yeah, it's just, if I don't need to, if I don't have to fight, I won't.
Choose from these options.
And also too, if I don't need to encounter a card because I already have the
A horse
the
is a
token.
fine companion.
Might as well not even
I'm
worry
sure
about
you'll
it.
leave this one in time. You do not seem to have the temperament for friends, even in the animal kingdom. Even now, her brood gathers.
Go get the battle hammer because I had the
Are you sure that's the right approach?
metal ore. Another diabolic or cursed gambler. Hopefully, I'm able to. Oh, fuck it, whatever. This one. What is haunted?
The black deck
that's
delivers again.
Is it like a trade or something?
No, it's the sorry, Curse Gambler. You
More than anything, I am proud of my array of curses.
That's fine. So you either so if you hit the Curse Gambler, you play the Curse Gambler, or they take if you decline, they take half your food.
Oh, Jesus.
If you accept, then it's a 1 in 4 chance that you it's 1 in 4 chance that you will get a piece of equipment,
The more
and a
powerful
3 in
the
4
site,
chance that
the
you will
more
gain
vile
a
its
curse.
trespasses. Are you surprised to see the Queen of Skulls again?
And all the curses just generally kind of suck. I mean, yeah, I got a curse that was like haunted, so like any new weapon any new item that I buy, like they are all cursed. But I don't plan on buying any new items.
Well then. You don't have to worry about any curses.
Yeah, no, right?
I need to beat this queen up, damn it.
Have a holy hammer. Just instantly 1 and 2 shot these guys. Sweet. Helmet.
An item that tells you how to move quickly, but tempts you to take your time. This tale begins, and then proceeds relentlessly. With each step, you will discover a new card and a deeper mystery. Once more into the arms of death, dread, and sickness.
Alright, hopefully I can get this guy, or beat the queen.
Yeah.
Queen of Plagues, rat queen. Finally beat the rat queen. Queen of Plagues.
The rat kind will not easily recover from this loss. 1 million half-orphaned rats will fall upon you like a tide of horror. Why do you still play? Why can't you walk away?
Let's see. For loaning gold to a merchant, we receive. I kind of forgot I was doing this stuff the last playthrough. Receive the marketplace. For interrupting the dark ritual, receive the following card. The Lich. Great.
That's always what you like to see.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's the reward for defeating the Ratman Queen. We receive the Thunderstrike Mace, Heavy Armor, Imperial's Jewel, or Emperor's Jewel, unlock the King of Skulls, the Aqua Shop, and Firing the Demon.
I have only begun to challenge you.
There we go. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna cut the stream, or end the stream, I should say, because I should have enough to hear it on my own end. Spud, you've said that it looks good, sounds good, should be good.
Seems fine to me.
All right, I'm gonna take that as a win. I'm gonna try to find a filter or a LUT filter to make this not seem as bright, because it seems really bluish white.
Well, it's also like at night right now too, so maybe because I know there's a window right there too.
Yeah, well, I really only stream during, the sun goes down, but I will adjust. I'll have to adjust stuff during the summer when the sun is out longer, naturally.
Yeah, I know you got that orange glow. I remember that.
That is from actually the top light and a lamp off to the side. I have since I got some LED lights pretty cheap off Amazon. Great review type stuff, and that's what I got going. I got two sides and then a kicker in the back to put some front glow on.
Right.
From the back, but yeah, I really wanted to get this situated, as I'm probably going to be streaming in this temporary setup for semi-permanently for a while, but once some stuff happens and I'm able to reclaim my streaming space down in my area where I have more light control, yeah, then we won't have as much issues.
Right.
But all right, thank you anybody who has me playing in the background. I am still trying to get better at the continuing talking, but sometimes the noise in my headphones tends to cancel out my thought process. It's like a same frequency type stuff.
Well, I mean, you can't really blame the headphones when you do that when you're not hearing anything, so.
I got, you don't know.
Oh, I know you. I know what happens.
I know you know me. I mean, this could all be just like some Matrix type alternate bullshit reality, and I'm in a padded room and you and Mal are just like, you, Mal, and Althea are like the three voices in my head.
I mean, in all fairness, anything that isn't you that you perceive doesn't actually exist, right? Like, there's that actual theory that everything that's behind your head that you can't see for yourself doesn't exist. Your mind just makes you think it's there.
That's what's called object permanence. It's the fact that you know it's there makes it there.
But, it's whether it does actually exist or not. That's a theory that's out there, that it actually just doesn't exist. You just think it does. Well, yeah, but, theories are theories. They're not fact.
Theories. Heavy quotations there. Theories.
Mm-hmm.
Do not confuse theories with scientific theories, which are based in facts. Or
I will
in
not get
all
into
like-
that.
In all likelihood. Well, you know, gravity is just a theory, but, you know, there you go. Anyway.
For all I know, it could just be magic.
Yeah, it's magic. All right. Well, I've held off on the cancellation. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you, Spud, for helping me out with this. I'm sure we'll probably be talking a little bit longer off stream, but I am finishing in closing. Oh,
Okay.
jeez. Oh, no. There we go. Oh, no. Why is my stream deck not working? Oh, no.
Quick, cut the feed!
Oh, cut. Why? Stream deck? Why?
First the controller, then the stream deck. Tomorrow, the computer.
Oh, God, I hope not.